We're here with Dr. Craig Douglas for Education Matters. In light of recent tragedy, we're talking about school bus safety today. So, Dr. Douglas, what are some key points for drivers?
Well, good morning. Tough topic. I went to the web and looked at the National Safety Council, their website, for some talking points. I'm going to take two approaches. First, from the perspective of drivers, and then second, from the perspective of parents. The accident that we're talking about actually happened at a bus stop. And the research is clear that the students are far safer once they're on the bus than when they're waiting for the bus, and that kind of stands up to logic, right? So for drivers, when we're driving, first, when we see a school bus, slow down and look, expect the unexpected, expect a stop. That's what buses do. So drive defensively, drive slower, keep a good space behind the bus. If the bus does stop and that arm comes out, which is the accident that we're referencing, come to a complete stop well behind the bus so that there's a good amount of space, good room for error, if you will. And the National Safety Council is pretty blunt. They said if there's any time there's a stop bus, even if the flashes aren't going and the arm is still don't pass, either the right or left side. That's a good axiom, really. There are probably exceptions to that, but very, very few. And I think as drivers, if we promoted those kind of safe behaviors, these tragedies would be eliminated because they're all preventable. From the standpoint of parents, a couple things for talking points for children that the National Safety Council urges. One is to avoid that anxious running either to the bus stop or to the bus. In the old adage, I don't know when you're in school, but my teachers used to say, stop, look, and listen when we're walking. That same adage kind of works when approaching a bus stop. Stop, look, and listen, look for cars. Some of the footage that you shared last week of near misses are bone chilling, where cars are whizzing by, and if the children hadn't stopped, they would have been picked off. They would have been tragedies. So stop, look, and listen approaching that bus. When getting on the bus, getting off the bus, again, stop, look, and listen. Slow down, in other words. Try and look for cars, perhaps not observing the law to prevent that tragedy. And then once on the bus, parents urge your children to use that inside voice. The bus drivers have such a tough challenge, and noise and those distractions can be really unnerving, I would assume. I've not driven bus, but I just think that the inside voice would be a good talking point and a good tip there. So a lot of these are common sense, but still, in the light of the tragedy, I thought it would be good to maybe highlight them and refer parents and all adults to that National Safety Council website. Yeah,
it's very important too, and I never would have thought of it that way. They're more in danger outside of the bus than on it too.
Something like 70% of the accidents are outside the bus.
All right, so stay safe, stop for a bus, and teach your kids to stop, look, and listen.
Yeah, prevent.
All right, thank you so much for being with us today, Dr. Douglas. If you'd like to know more about today's topic, just head over to WNEM.com.